Unlike previous lessons in finance where my Ignites last year and my Year 10s got it already, this is new. This is new for Year 11. It's the idea of a savings account. What we're doing here is not BS. It's a real thing. I'm just going to quickly switch to Google. If you want to see what a savings account is from Bank SA. Bank SA. Hopefully the internet isn't too slow, which it is being.
God, today.
Yeah, it's being very slow. So where would you find savings accounts? You're not taking out a loan. That's in Year 12. Bank and save. Everyday accounts, I would say. No, savings accounts is what you'd be looking at. Look at the old people hugging each other. So you can see the rates. What are they around? Around 5%, 4.9%, 4.6%. Incentives. You want the highest rate. You want the bank to give you the highest percentage of your money back for having it sit there. So hopefully, in previous lessons, I've told you that anyone's working, you should have a transaction account that doesn't cost anything to run. It just sits there. Your income goes into there. You should have a savings account attached to that you never touch, that generates interest. You buy your KFC, you buy whatever, you get it from your transaction account. But every week, put some money from your transaction account into your savings account and leave it alone. He's laughing because he understands that that's not realistic these days. I've got 2 kids, that goes away. But while you guys aren't responsible for anything...
Yeah, you're actually just describing my textbook setup.
Yeah. That's because they need to know. It's better to know from... The problem is that you guys are teenagers. When your parents say it, it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. If I'm telling you and I'm freaking loaded, then you might as well learn from me, okay? So there's 4 rules here with savings accounts. Interest is calculated on a simple interest basis. So if it's simple interest, are you going to use TVM solver? TVM solver is only for compound interest. So you're going back to this formula, SI is equal to PRT. What's the second rule? These aren't steps, they're rules to do with savings account. The second bit is interest is calculated on the daily balance. So T, if you remember T in simple interest, that's years. So if it's calculated on the daily balance, T is always going to be a fraction of a year. So T is going to be over 365, whatever you do. Rule 3, interest is calculated each set of days that's got a different balance. So what does that mean? It means there'll be a separate SI is equal to PRT every time you withdraw or you deposit into the account. Anytime the amount of money changes in the account, you have to do another calculation. I'll wait a bit until we do 4 and then I'll do an example. So that Bank SA website, it's like, obviously they're going to advertise the highest rates possible. It's up to you if you're putting your money in it, that you look at the terms and conditions. That 5% is the ideal. Certain banks, if you touch your money, they're not going to pay you 5%. My Bank SA one, I think it's like, as long as it goes up in the month, they'll give you the full interest. But some other banks, they're sleazy, they're sketchy, you've touched the money. If you just touch the money, they're going to pay you only 1% or less than 1%. Look at the terms and conditions. The last point here is interest is paid back into the account at the end of each month. So if you go into subsequent months, any interest in the prior month, you add that on. We're going to see that in the example. Please make sure you get that box there. Give you time. If you're ahead, get the example, please. I forgot to change it to Mr. Louise. Tight. It's Mr. Little today. We'll go until 2:30 and then we'll do the example. It might be useful to know this so you can check your bank isn't ripping you off. But what they'll probably do is if you calculate that they ripped you off, they'll point you to the terms and conditions and tell you, oh, you didn't read it properly. Okay?
Yep.
No, it's only 5% the first 3 months. That sort of thing. We're also going to practice counting on your fingers today. Yes, sir. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Careful. Don't hurt yourself. So again, even though those rules are numbered, you don't do them in order. You have to think of those. When you see a savings account question, if it says some dude has a savings account, you have to keep those things in mind. You're using SI is equal to PRT. T is always going to be over 365. Separate calculation, every different balance. And if it goes into a second month, you have to add it on at the end. Can you get the example down, please? Mr. Little, he's got a savings account, 3.1% per annum. He's got this transaction record below from May, the month of May. What did he start with? Start of May, he had $430.25. May 10th, he sold something, or maybe he just got paid. He deposited $2,380. And then May 25th, he withdrew $800. How many balances do you see there? How many different amounts are in the bank? 3. Therefore, you're going to do 3 separate SI is equal to PRT calculations. So let's demonstrate the first one. Calculate the interest he would earn for the month of May. We need to break it up into 3 balances. So May first, May 1, 2, think. How long, what days was the money at $430.25? May 1st, May 2nd, up to when? When? Good. So 9. Some people say, a lot of people say 10 because they see the number. It changed on the 10th. So we need to count May 1 to May 9, which is how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why do I recommend that you count on your fingers? Because some people like to do shortcuts and they go, oh, it's the difference between 1 and 9. So 9 take 1. How many days are you going to do if you did 9 take 1? 8. That's wrong. If you count on your fingers, it's right because it's inclusive. That's why you count. That's why I suggest you count on your fingers because you need to include. So it's 9 days. So now we can get into SI is equal to PRT. SI equals, he had $430.25 in there, times by, what is the interest rate of this savings account? It's kind of low compared to Bank SA. So that's going to be 0.031 because you have to convert it to a decimal. Times by, and remembering the rule, T is going to be over 365. How many days over 365? We just worked out it was 9. So follow my order of working out because I'm using the Apple calculator and you can't trust its bed mass. So I'm going to go 9 divided by 365 first so I can get the fraction out of the way. I'm not rounding this. It's fully accurate right now. So now I can times it by 0.031. I haven't rounded yet, so I haven't lost any accuracy. It's still saved in my calculator. Now I times it by $430.25. So in that first 9 days, he's going to be paid 0.33 to 2 decimal points, 33 cents. Sounds like nothing, but if you didn't have the savings account, you would get nothing. 33 cents is something, and it's only the first 9 days, okay? So how many of the SIPRTs have we done so far? We have done 1. We need to do the next one. So May, when did it change? What days was the bank account at $2,810.25. 10 to the 24th. See how we're looking at the numbers but counting one back? So May 10 to 24. Count on your fingers. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 15. If you did 24 take 10, you'd get 14. You'd be wrong. 15 days. Another SI. What's my P going to be for this calculation? Is it still going to be $430.25? No, it's more. He deposited $28.10.25. The rate doesn't change. It's a bit longer days now, 15 over 365. Someone describe to me, what is the order that I should use on the Apple calculator if I don't trust its BEDMAS? Do the division first. Fraction first, 365. Leave it. It's fully accurate. Times by 0.031. Times by $2,810.25. That's a bit more than nothing. So in the next 15 days, you got $3.58 to 2 decimal points. Sorry, I missed a little. That's money that you wouldn't have had before if it was just sitting under your bed. It's sitting in the bank. They're paying you money for just having money in the bank. We're up to this third calculation. So the last one, May 25th to. What's with the face? Okay, are you all right? You need to go to the. Are you tweaking about this? What? Is it because I scrolled? Now, just a little hint. In previous years, people have done this on their cheat sheet. Do you know how to remember how many days there are in a month?
Not at all. That never made sense.
So this is meant to be your fists held up like that, right? Can you see that? Sorry, I need to move it up. That's meant to look like your fists held up in front of you. So each knuckle, January, it's on a knuckle, so 31 days. February is in between. February is the only exception. How many days are there in February? 28, except for every 4 years, 29. We're never going to ask you a leap year question. It's just nerdy. So every knuckle is 31 days. Every in-between is 30, except for February. So why do I need that information right now? Because does the table tell you how many days there are in May? No. So you go January, February, March, April. May is on my middle knuckle, so it's going to be 31 days. So you don't get it wrong, okay? If you want to draw fists on your cheat sheet, be my guest, okay? 25th to 31, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 7 days. SI equals, he withdrew, so it's $10.25, 0.031, 7 over 365. Fraction first, times by 0.031, times by 2010.25. Only $1.20 at the end. Only $1.20 at the end. What do I need to do to work out the interest he earns for the month of May? I've got the parts of this, but I haven't told you how much he earned in the month of May. What would I do with these three numbers? Add them together, okay? So total for May, 0.33 plus $3.58 plus $1.20. It's going to be something. Let me... 0.33 plus 3.58 plus 1.2. $5.11. That doesn't sound like much, but did you see Banker say? What were the rates there today? Do you remember? 5%. So that would already be higher. If you've been saving for a while, let's say you had 10 grand in there, then it becomes more. That's what the power of compounding interest is, okay? You start off like nothing, but if you leave it alone, it can grow when you just don't think about it. If you learn to survive on not much, your compound interest can save you at the end of the day, okay? We haven't answered B yet, so quickly do B. find the starting balance of the month of June. So one of the thinking points was, at the end of the month, any interest is added on. So what did he finish at the end of May? What was in the bank at the end of May? $2.25. Into June, he's earned $5.11. So start of June is going to be 2010.25 plus $5.11 plus 2010.25, $2015.36. Start of June, he'll start at $2015.36. Okay, I'll stop the recording now.